Welcome to Backstage with Kennedy. This little show will be your remedy. From Toronto, spanning across the sea. Cool people, lots of laughs. This is your favorite podcast.
Hello and welcome. My name's Kennedy from the Backstage with Kennedy podcast. I got some pretty cool guests today, fellow Canadians from Quebec, Sean and Luke. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Doing good. Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
So can you tell people a little bit about your bands, just like breakdown on like who you are, what kind of music you guys play, all that kind of stuff?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we're a band that revolves around, I would say, 70s, 90s rock. Influenced a lot with that type of music that we grew up. We've been doing it since 2000. Well, Luke started the band in 2011 with other members. I wasn't there at the time yet. And we've recorded 2 albums, 2 EPs, and still going hard on making a new album too. With the COVID and everything. I mean, we're still working regardless. Trying to keep going. So it's.
What kind of got you guys into into the heavy metal, hard rock kind of genre? What really pushed you in that direction? Did you have any sort of influences or whatever when you started out, or was it kind of just a natural progression? Like, yeah, this works, I'm into it.
I think it was pretty natural for us to do that kind of music. Personally, I listen to rock music since I'm a little child. I mean, among my first memories, childhood memories, I remember Kiss. I was listening to music, and I was like fascinated with all the imagery and all the rock stuff, and I always been into rock and roll music as long as I can remember. So I think that it was pretty normal for us to to write in that style of music. We like many different kind of music. I mean, for a living, I play bagpipe and tin whistle in an Irish punk rock band. So it's like totally different. But yeah, rock music is always there, and we grew up in the 80s and 90s, so we had we lived like a great era of rock music and metal music. So it was just natural progression, I think.
Absolutely. And how about you?
Well, I mean, when I joined the band, I was actually playing totally different music. So I'm like kind of like a chameleon, if you want. I play all types of music, and I can adapt to situations like that. So like when I joined the band, it was like, for me, it was like a dream come true, because I actually have never played in that type of rock music before in a band where you're building your own stuff, not a cover band or so. I joined the band while the first album was being recorded, which was in 2013.
Yep.
So for me it was like I need to join this band right away. It was like all my friends, the guys that were in the band, I knew. Luke, we worked together, and the drummer as well. We worked together, so it was like natural, and we all like the same type of music. So, I mean, it's and it's ever evolving. Like as you work on stuff. I mean, you kind of you build new songs, and then you kind of like find out, oh, okay, I like this a lot, and it kind of influences what you write and all that stuff. So it's kind of like it started more like the production is like evolving into very nice soundscapes at this point. I think it's getting there.
I really enjoyed that. I dove into music a little bit, and I really did enjoy the instrumental forward aspect of your band. Like, I find a lot of bands, like, the lyrics can sometimes like overpower the actual instruments. You guys have a really good mix of it, and I do like how the guitar, the bass, the drums are kind of pushed forward in your sound. It's really nice.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Hey, no problem, no problem. So where in Quebec are you guys from?
I come from I live in Quebec City. We live in Quebec City, but I come from the Magdalen Island, which is a small island in the Maritimes, not too far from Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. So I come from there, but I moved to Quebec City when I was 20 years old, and I live in Quebec City ever since. So
Perfect.
I'm from New Brunswick. It's kind of same situation. Came over here around my early 20s and stayed here since. So same type of situation.
Very cool. Were you guys
Yeah.
were you French speaking before you moved to Quebec, or like were your towns that you were living in French speaking?
Yeah.
yeah, all
I gotta
French.
I gotta be honest. I gotta bump up my level of French. We just in Toronto, it's like they're kind of like you either go hard on it or you don't. And and I didn't unfortunately. But I'm regretting it now. I got some buddies that are in some bands in Quebec now, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could speak to you guys in French.
Well, we'll try to speak to you in English, okay?
Sounds good. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So you guys got a really cool like a live stream show going on the 21st. Can you tell people a little bit about that? What to expect, and kind of how exciting it's been for you to get back on stage and be able to do this?
Yeah. Luke, you want to jump in
Uh,
or?
I mean, yeah, I can talk about it. It was like some kind of a special project that was offered to us by our management and production company. And so we thought that it would be like a cool idea because since we released Saboteur, our latest album, we released it in October of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't have the occasion to tour that album a lot. I mean, we did a few shows, but that was it because of the pandemic. So we thought that it would be like a cool idea to just record live the whole album,
Mm-hmm.
and in some kind of ways, like sending that live session on tour, instead of us because it's just impossible for now. So, and we had the idea to maybe to push the artistic side a bit further, like for like all the every songs of the album are filmed and recorded in some kind of different ways. We try to use some different textures and even camera lenses and stuff like that, just to give like a different flavor to every song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that much, your typical live stream that you can see many bands do and stuff like that. We try to push things, a little more, forward to do something different. So,
I like that. I think that's really important, especially like, if you're going to charge for a live stream show these days, you are missing that in-person atmosphere to it. So you got to
mhm.
kind of add that almost like
Yeah.
theatrical movie aspect to it, right? I remember when I was younger, I saw Rush come to Toronto, and that show, I couldn't believe the visuals that were on the screen. I felt like the show was incredible, but then the visuals that they like put with the show just took it to that next level, and it was
Sure.
to this day one of the best shows I've ever been to because of that, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of bands, I think that's a lot of the, minus the music that they make, evidently, but when you're at a show and if the light show doesn't, put the band on that level that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it could be the best band that you'd ever seen, and if the visuals are lacking, well, you know, that's not it lessens the show, you know. So it's like
I feel you.
like you said, yeah. Like
So,
for us, we don't move a lot on stage because we're a lot, you know, the music is demanding and to play and to all that stuff. So evidently for us, this was like a really a nice nice change, let's say.
Yeah.
how long are your sets generally when you do live sets? Because yeah, you're right. Your music is very demanding, so you do really have to focus on the chords and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, at this point, I mean, we're into about an hour of you know, maybe an hour or more sometimes, you know, of
Oh,
playing, depending if we're, you know, the lead act or opening act, evidently, then you'll play less. But yeah, I mean, we can actually go, I think, to 1 hour 20 minutes, I think, at this point of you know, doing a
oh,
show. So
a little bit more. If you
an hour
think
and a
that
half, yeah.
both albums and both EPs, I mean, if we play everything that we have, maybe like maybe an hour and a half or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. That I think that's a good length. Not to call it the band, but I was a big Protest the Hero fan, and I saw
Hmm.
Protest live, and I was like so excited for their show, and it was like disappointingly short.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like I was like, I love this band, but it was the idea of, I guess their music is like they're so demanding that they're like, we got to cut it short. We got to.
Maybe it was just because they were opening for another band, or sometimes, you know, it's not only the band that decides how many time how much time they will play. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who
You
knows?
know, like before when we only had one album, we were like, oh no, we have to find more songs to play. And now it's like, okay, we have two albums now, so we can, you know, no problem, we can play whatever we like. So it's like,
Exactly. Now you can
yeah,
pick and choose your favorites and stuff.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously, venues right now are struggling and stuff. So I like to bring this up on every podcast. With the amount of venues closing, or just in general being shut down. Um, can you tell me what both of you can do it? What's your favorite venue in your local scene? So I guess Quebec City. And do you have any like really good stories from that venue, whether it was a hilarious story or just like an epic show that you did? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Hmm. Geez, let me think. I know Luca plays a lot more shows than I do, so he probably has stories more than I would. But I mean, I think evidently one of the highlights of like playing shows in Quebec City is at the Summer Festival,
Mm-hmm.
and that stage is one of the bigger stages to play on in North America, in all the festivals in Canada at least, and we were actually able to do that in 2015. So for me, I mean, once people want to see shows live, evidently,
Mm-hmm.
and either it be in a small venue where everybody's cramped, or outside outdoors on a massive stage. Everybody wants to get back to that, so it's like, be it us who play the music, the people who work at these the festivals, everybody else, who even us, who want to go see these shows. I mean, we can't wait, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
but seeing people on top of a stage like that, for people who haven't experienced it, it's one of the thrills of a lifetime, playing music in front of 20, even just 5,000, 20,000, whatever. It's such a thrill, so it's like, can't wait to get back to that, and hopefully the small venues as well, can get packed, and I'm sure everybody will be back and want to go see music live,
Yeah.
when everything is done, so we can get back to a normal situation, I guess.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
what do you think?
The question was like our favorite venues in Quebec City or something like
Yeah,
that.
your favorite venue in Quebec City, and like a great memory from that venue.
Okay. If we're talking about if we talk about venue, in Quebec City, of course, the I don't know if you heard about that venue, but it is pretty well known here. It is called Lanty.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is like probably the heart and soul of the musical scene, metal, punk, or whatever in Quebec City. They are so active. I mean, before the pandemic, they had like almost a show a day. I mean, they work very hard, and they are one of the first show producers that started to do like a lot of live streaming after the pandemic, and they just work. They work their asses. I mean, they work like crazy to just build all that set, and you
Hmm.
know having some bands regularly, and and they do some quality stuff. I mean, it's not average web streaming. It is like very well made and well done. So yeah, so that's a venue in Quebec City that I've played. I mean, we've played there many times,
Hmm.
and we know like the owners, and they are also pretty cool and active on the Quebec scene. So, but great memories. There are so many. I mean, just like Sean said, like we played the Festival d'été de Québec, opening for Megadeth and High on Fire. So playing in front of that so many people, and you know opening for legendary bands like that. I mean,
Hmm.
it's such a thrill, just like Sean said. So yeah, that is a pretty good live show memory for sure.
That is pretty cool opening for Megadeth for sure.
That was
Um,
such a big surprise for us.
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny you mentioned that venue because I think it was last weekend. My friends, the Creep Show, got a couple buds in the band. They played a live stream show at that bar. Some of them live
Okay.
up that,
Oh,
so
okay.
they all met there. Yeah.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that they're the live shows that they put on are so cool that there's a lot of bands from Montreal, from cities all around that come and play in Quebec during the pandemic for at that place, because their shows are so well made, so cool. So
Yeah, bands from Ontario came, Anvil came, other, a lot of bands are coming over to play that venue. So it's, yeah, they really worked, like Luke said, to continue what they were doing, in a safe way. Evidently, everybody's wearing masks and everything is
oh yeah, for
well
sure.
done, a well-oiled machine, like you say.
Mm.
Yep.
I heard there's a really dope poutine place right downtown Quebec City that all the punks and all the metal guys all go to. Um, I
Hmm.
forget what it's called, but I was talking to a guy, Patrick, from a festival by the name of Le Fuck Off,
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
yeah, and he
it's
was
our
telling me
many.
that's where
he's
everybody
our
hangs out.
manager.
Oh shit,
Yeah, yeah,
Patrick's a beauty. I love him.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, can you attest to that? Can you attest to that poutine place?
Well, I'm not sure which one you mean. There's a lot of
Might be Ashton.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. He said it's where everybody hangs out at the end of the nights.
Hmm. Oh, maybe
Chipiero.
Chipiero.
Okay,
Maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's open 24 hours.
that's probably it that I
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
So,
It's close to the hospital, so if you feel bad, you can.
I mean, I always say, like, the thing about alcohol poisoning is like it's if your friends bring you to the hospital. Everybody's had alcohol poisoning, but nobody's actually been diagnosed with alcohol poisoning. Yeah. And so, what do you guys got going forward? Obviously, you have this live stream show. What else is coming forward for you guys?
Well, after this event, we're really going to be focusing on working on new material.
Hmm.
We've been doing that off and on and off, but that we'll be focusing really all our energy on working on new songs and creating stuff, and it's a long process. There's the way that we right now, especially that we're like all doing it in separate situations, and not being able to go and rehearse and try stuff out. We have to kind of like work on our ends and come up with like we're right now kind of like in the demo stages, if you want.
Okay.
And we're going to be working on fitting everything together, I guess.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where can people find your guys' music? Like Spotify, Apple Music, where can people find your music? And can you tell people where to find the stream so that they can buy their tickets for it and they can enjoy this awesome spectacle that you guys are about to put together?
Yeah, I mean, it's at the pointofsale.com. Actually, right now it's available. You can go ahead and purchase your ticket. And by the way, even though it's releasing on the 21st, you're going to be able to listen to it for, if I remember, it's a week after. So it's not like a live stream. You have to be there and you have to really look at it right there. You can look at it, multiple times, and the next day, example, if it doesn't work for you, So yeah, and then evidently you can. Like pretty much all bands right now, stuff is available on digital platforms, pretty much everywhere. Bandcamp as well. Yeah, and our Facebook page, if you want to go and see what's going on, we have a Facebook page and we load stuff on there too, with everything that's going on with the band and tour dates and all types of things.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll definitely be sure to put the stream in the bio so that people are able to see that as well.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Great.
Well, guys, I like to keep these podcasts super, super quick. I don't want to waste too much time of anybody's, and like to keep them short and sweet. But I appreciate you guys coming on the podcast. Thank you a ton. You guys honestly rock. So I'm super excited to check out this live stream. I personally am about to buy my ticket right now. So I will talk to you guys soon. And
Thank you very much.
There, okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
guys.
you too.
Buns, check.
Hot dogs, mustard, check.
Ketchup.
Hot stuff. Nah.
Where's the hot stuff? I didn't bring any.
Yeah.
So good with the hot stuff?
Very good with the hot stuff.